His conquest of the Japanese people's preference, which began in 1987 with a sculpture entitled Homage to Henry Moore, currently exhibited at the Hakone Open Air Museum, has been enriched with several prestigious awards, both for his three-dimensional work and his pictorial and graphic production. In mid-1995, Sebastian was invited to take part in a contest aimed at selecting a sculptor who would create an urban monumental work standing as the symbol of the city of Kadoma, a suburb in Osaka, Japan. The other two sculptors invited to participate in the contest were the renowned Japanese artists Kakuso Tatehata and Hirokazu Moriguchi. Sebastian immediately conceived different proposals, including the Tsuru. His proposal was clear and concise, and once again, his work caught the attention of the Japanese. The Tsuru is a white crane with a striking similarity to the symbolic pre-Hispanic Aztlan crane. With this creation, he won the Kadoma contest. The Tsuru is Sebastian's seventh monumental work in Japan and also the first sculptural haiku in the three-dimensional artistic tradition. Its structure and construction follow the rule of 5-7-5 syllables found in the synthetic prosaic style of Mexican literature created by Jose Juan Tablada. Sebastian won the contest with his sculptural haiku, which he immediately proceeded to create in his Mexico City studio workshop, along with his team leader, Cecilio Lopez. The construction of the three sculptural verses, which are 20 meters high and weigh 12 tons each, took 3 months. The huge 3/4-inch metal sheets were cut, rotated, and welded in 12 weeks amidst a rain of sparks, cranes, and workers who had to reinforce certain parts as required by the Japanese specialists who came to Mexico to supervise the construction. The first part built was the 5-syllable verse with 5 topologic turns, which had to rhyme with the third and last verse and represents the crane's beak penetrating the soil. The last 3-dimensional verse was built simultaneously with the first, and both of them were transported in containers to the Mexican Pacific coast to begin their trip to Japan. Coming out of the sphere, the wings depict the turns of the Tsuru's body. And then came the construction of the central verse representing the crane's body. A sphere open like a fruit and shaped and reshaped to recreate the sensuality and sobriety characteristic of this symbolic Japanese animal. The Tsuru is a sculpture evoking the sensuality and elegance of this eminently Japanese animal. In it, Sebastian's geometric and three-dimensional reasoning has been translated into a series of sensual shapes that can be seen from various perspectives. The crane's beak, which gives the impression of penetrating the earth, descends towards the vertical base. The same happens with one of its legs, while the other one is hidden by its plumage. This incredible effect is achieved through the balance of 2 prisms shaping the support base for the sculpture. The Tsuru boasts an impressive balance symbolizing pureness, elegance, and vitality. The different visual perspectives of this sculpture were conceived bearing in mind the curved roof of the huge sports complex where it would be located and the stadium's oval structure. Because of its characteristics, the Tsuru as a whole prompts a fluent dialogue between Sebastian's sculptural language and the location's architecture through the identity of formal concepts. The result is that the quiet Tsuru conveys a sensation of serenity and elegance, while at the same time expressing the inherent tension in this bird following Oriental tradition. The meaning of the Japanese word tsuru is happiness. Tsuru is a symbol with mythological traits and said to be able to live up to 1,000 years, as opposed to turtles, which can live up to 10,000 years. The sound made by this white bird represents the voice of authority. Its long and complex history in the Japanese tradition is a combination of love and tragedy. The Tsuru is worshipped as a bird symbolizing peace and beauty, and there is even a musical tradition inspired by it. In Japanese, the expression the Tsuru-san means great-grandchild. With the creation of the sculptural haiku, Sebastian is the first Mexican artist to become the great-grandchild of an extremely sensual, powerful, and magical Oriental bird.
Con el Tsuru me pasó un poco esto, pero cuando tienes tu código, tu lenguaje establecido, claro, cuando eres maduro, puedes saber cuáles son las proporciones y cuál es el ritmo para dar esa sensualidad, esa presencia y decir con 5, 7, 5 en tercera dimensión, un Tsuru, un ave que posa su pico en el agua, se para en una sola pata, esconde la otra y revolotean las alas. Eso exactamente es el sentimiento del Tsuru en varias lecturas.